We want first and foremost to appreciate the leadership of Jubilee in Nakuru County, because yesterday we had an Azimio rally that was very successful, one of the most successful rallies that we have had at Azimio, and that was made possible by the leaders in Nakuru who are in Jubilee Party, led of course by the governor and Samwel Arama and the member of the county assembly in that area. And also want to thank the residents of Nakuru for turning out in large numbers and showing their support for the winning side, the Azimio side. Like we have said before, clearly Azimio is head and shoulders ahead of UDA, and it is clear, and you can also see it in the from the faces and the utterances of UDA. The level of desperation that has set in is a clear indication that they have known, or they have woken up to the reality that a win in the general elections that are near in another 65 days is not possible for them. And if you want again to look for any confirmation, last night they were busy transporting people from Nakuru County to their Nyandarua meeting. We came across very many buses pale Naivasha ambazo zimebeba watu wengi kutoka Nakuru. And all they want to do is to lie to Kenyans that they can attract crowds. But unlike the organic crowds that we had at Azimio yesterday, their crowds are transported, paid for, and I can tell you that that is a clear indication that they are quite on the slide downwards. The other thing that I think is good to mention is that even as they are coming to Nyandarua, on Monday, their caravan ran over a young man and killed him. And the reason why the guy was actually pulled in mpaka chini ya lori is because he was wearing a Jubilee t-shirt. That young man comes from a place called Uruko. They even transported a body that was lifeless from Nyahururu to Nakuru to lie to the family that the family, their son had a chance of surviving, while they knew very well that the boy, the young man, or is a middle-aged person, had died. And it's unfortunate because the mother of this middle-aged man is mentally handicapped, and even a sister. And they lied to the family that their brother, their son was alive when they knew that the guy had died, even before they took him from Yahoo. That level of evil mind and evil scheming is what is known for. I mean, that is what UDA is known for. And I can tell you that is from Daragwa. It is really a bad thing to do. And on top of that, instead of even looking for ways of mourning the family, they again transport people from Nakuru to take to the same place where they killed the young man. And that is not what we want of the elections that are coming. You don't need to cause death because of looking for power. And even when you have that kind of a misfortune with a family, with that kind of a disability, you need to be more human. They did not even take the body from the road. After the accident, they still sped off. It is the locals who lashed the young man to hospital. Hiyo kitu ni aibu sana na tutaiongelea zaidi. Hapa Nakuru, this is a Jubilee zone. You can literally tell in the last elections that we had, 95%, 97% of all the seats were taken by Jubilee. Members of Parliament, members of the county assembly, the governor, women rep, senator, everybody was at a Jubilee ticket. And we intend to maintain the same. We have our colleagues in Azimio who have fielded candidates. We have those from ODM. We also have others from Ubuntu. I keep missing out the name. And it is important that we work as a team. we do not want to be seen to be working for UDA from behind the scenes or without knowing. If we have a Jubilee, an ODM candidate vying for a seat in any of the parliamentary seats, we are opening ourselves up for UDA win. Not because they are popular, but because we will divide the votes. If we were to come together and we try and do this before the date of voting, we will certainly sweep the whole of Nakuru. So certainly we will be talking to the leaders, we will be talking to our presidential candidate, Raila Amolo Odinga, because it's in his interest that we make sure that we have majority of members of parliament under one party, and also that we also are able to bring the maximum number of votes to his basket so that we win and win with a big margin. We don't want to be challenged in court by UDA. So I'm sure we'll be able to iron it out, but it's important to mention that that's an issue that is of concern. And finally, also to assure Kenyans that an Azimio win is for sure coming. What we want is to ensure that the gap is wide enough so that we don't have unnecessary delays in court. We know that UDA is preparing for court cases, and that is why we also would want people who are not supposed to be involved in the electioneering process or campaigning process, don't volunteer yourself for trouble. UDA will be happy to use that as the only remaining, the only remaining kijiti ya kuwasaidia kwa mambo ya uchaguzi. Na kwa hayo mengi, today we had the meeting of Jubilee aspirants in Nakuru, from the governance level all the way to the MCA's level. And we have agreed on how to energize our campaigns, how we are going to do the blooding, how we ensure that we campaign for the party while still campaigning for Azimio presidential candidate, because we are 100% inside Jubilee, inside Azimio formation. And we have again reinstated our resolve to ensure that we move together as a house, but of course taking care of our Jubilee interests, because that is first and foremost what is crucial to us. And I want to thank the members who came. We have been able to discuss about many issues, including the need for materials to come to Nakuru, and we will be helping that from the head office. And I want to thank you. Mheshimiwa Arama is here. You want to say something?
Tunashukuru sana kwa sababu leo tumekuwa na mkutano ya maana sana. Tumekubaliana vitu mingi, lakini ya kwanza ile tumekubaliana hii maneno ya Sony. Unajua, we are in Azimio, but once you are in Azimio, but we cannot compete against each other. And honestly, this is a Jubilee zone, as my sketch said, because out of all the seats we won last time, they all went to Jubilee. So mimi nataka kusema tu ya kwamba hatuna maneno na tumekubaliana. Kwa hivyo very soon the party leader of ODM was here and we raised this issue and they said they will sort out. Kwa hivyo sisi ushindi ni wetu, wacha tuendelee kupambana, lakini naona maneno iko sawa. Thank you so much.
Thank you Bwana SG. Ni kweli mimi nilikuwa mbunge wa kwanza wa Gilgil, na katika ile nomination ya 2017 yangu si kuibiwa, yangu ni kunyang'anywa. Unajua kuna tofauti ya kuibiwa na kunyang'anywa. Sisi unajua nominations zinakuanga na hiyo mvurutano, si laini kama hizi za IBC ambazo tunaenda. Sisi yote ambayo ilifanyika kule chini ilifanyika, na nikapata kura nyingi, nikashinda, na nikawa nimeshinda kwa zaidi ya wiki 3, lakini waligoja ndio wapitishe petition yangu mpaka siku ile IBC, ile window ya independent ilifungwa. Kumaanisha wakikunyang'anya hakuna mahali ingine utaenda. Sasa that's how malicious it was, lakini we are here to fight again. Na najua Gilgil tumekuwa nao kwa ground. Mimi sikuhama, sikuwa na uchungu na watu wa Gilgil kwa sababu walinipea hicho kiti, na nina imani hii is a sure bet Jubilee we are going to get it for Gilgil. Asante sana.
Security agencies, yes. The police especially, we want them to ensure that they are impartial. as we move around the country, even when we move around Mount Kenya, we see some individuals behaving like in a manner that is likely to suggest that they are more inclined towards UDA than towards neutrality. When the UDA hecklers come around, they seem to encourage them. But when our young people seem like they want to protest, they are really arrested and harassed. Clearly, our police officers, from the OCSs, OCPD, we want neutrality from them. We do not, as it is today, they are favoring UDA. And I want to say that as a Secretary General of Jubilee. They are in favor of UDA, and I saw it. They deploy more officers when UDA has their meetings, and they allow all sorts of heckling to happen when we are having our Jubilee or Azimio meetings. Kwa hivyo, na ni jambo ambalo lazima walichunge, kwa sababu tunajua hapo beleni tuletea shida. Mwisho hatutaki mambo ya 2007 yarudiwe hapa tena.